banner.
Welcome to another episode of Roses Are Red podcast with your host, Mrs. Red Rose, her co-host, Sam I Am from the Married Couple Podcasts, and AC from Midnight Media.
Welcome in, everyone. Welcome into another amazing episode. And we're actually going to take this a little bit different tonight. We're actually, me and AC are going blind into this story, basically. Sam is going to, she's did all the research on this story, and she's actually going to let us know what has happened, what is going on, what it's all about. And let me tell you, it's going to be interesting because us not knowing, it's kind of like, oh shit, we're walking into a dead room.
But I have an idea though, just by looking at the stuff
I'm
online.
excited to see your reactions to, like, as I was looking up. So we're doing the Twin Flame Ascension school, and as I was looking through it and researching, I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait to drop this bomb on these folks. You know what I mean? I'm like, they are going to have some shit to say.
Yeah. Plus,
they are going to have some shit to say.
I love me some cults. I love me some cults.
Cults are kind of my first love when it comes to like true crime and what we do on this show. I mean, we've done some deep dives into Scientology and the Kingston Clan. So it's pretty this is fucking mind-blowing. It's crazy. And what's interesting about it is because of the age of the cult leaders. There's so much on YouTube about it. They are all over it. It is not like, oh, we're hiding this. This is what we are. Here we are. This is, it's the information age where, they're at that age where they want to post everything because they're fucking not wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that
all of them
was interesting. Scientology is under a cloak of secrecy, right? The Kingston Clan is under the cloak of secrecy. You don't talk about it unless you're in it, right? This is very much not that. Even the 7M was very much under the cloak of secrecy because it's run by an older man. This is, I can only assume that the leaders are about 10 years younger than we are, based on when they met and things. So I can probably Google it, but I didn't do that yet. But it's really kind of interesting.
The two people's bio.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So it's pretty interesting on how much they post. I mean, there is a Twin Flames universe YouTube page that has about 26,000 followers or subscribers. There is a YouTube page for just Jeff and Shalia. So it is all online. Which
Jeff and Shalia, you said?
Shalia, yes. SHELEIA.
Now, do they also have a TikTok page? Do they also have an Insta, Facebook?
I think they do because some of the members of Twin Flames have posted things on IG and on TikTok as far as like, here's how we're doing it. This is what we like, things like that. So, but it's really interesting on how all over social media there. They have a Facebook page, a Facebook group that is private that most of the members communicate through and things. So honestly, going through this, I was like, wow. I mean, again, most cults are shrouded in secrecy. This is like, this is it. So
This is the secret.
So what is the name and the title of this story?
It is really the Twin Flames universe, and that's kind of where we're gonna go. Let me kind of give a backstory. So the two leaders are Jeff and Shalia. Jeff, bear with me here.
Now, is this Jeff and Shalia?
Yes, that is them. So let's kind of just go back. Twin flames. This is not a new term. It is not a new concept. The term twin flames was coined by an English novelist, Marie Corelli, in her 1886 novel, A Romance of the Worlds. Related terms are such as twin rays. They come to use in the early 20th century through Guy and Edna Ballard, founders of I Am Activity. A follower of the Ballards was an American spiritualist, Elizabeth Clare Prophet. First popularized, words are hard already, folks. Popularized, why is that so?
You got this.
The contemporary concept of the twin flames in her 1999 book. Basically a twin flame is two souls. It's like a soulmate, but two souls were born together at this, or they're the same soul, and they're the mirror image of each other, like a yin and yang. So beliefs argue that the twin flames are two people with a permanent divine connection required for both to reach enlightenment or salvation. It's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, it's hard, even though I feel like as far as the terms of soulmate, I feel like I found my soulmate, but I feel like there's multiple people out there that could be that person, right? I don't believe it's one person for one, one-to-one. It just doesn't make sense. There's no way there's only one person out there for me in life that's going to fulfill me. Now, I believe that there are multiple people, or out there that I will mesh with that could be a soulmate. I believe I found a soulmate. Had I not found him, there could have been other ones out there that worked. But this says your souls are born together, and they're not carbon copies, meaning you don't have the same thoughts, but you're the yin and the yang. You mirror each other. You have the same values, right?
Okay.
My friend Jason just commented to me. He's watching, and he goes, "That's
cool.
not a soulmate." He goes, "That's that's like because you'd have to change the word because obviously soulmate is like the one person, so you'd have to kind of change it up.
I mean, I think there are at any rate. So that's kind of what a twin flame is. Cool. So Jeffrey is he's now Jeff Devine, born God. Jeffrey Ayan, formerly known as Ender Ayan Ethos. He grew up in
hold on. He just blaze over that. His name is Ender and Ethos.
Ender Ayan Ethos. So he came up with an alter ego. After he graduated college, he was in Hawaii and started blogging, and
of course he was.
He went on these adventures. The Ender came from Ender's Game, and he started a blog called Ender's Adventures.
So he's really into it. Ooh.
Wow. Yeah, so he grew up in Lapeer, Michigan, in a Catholic family. A childhood friend told that in his younger years, he focused on learning everything he could about Warren Buffett. He was really into how do I get rich quick? Yeah. He was one of those people.
Why does he look like Tom Petty or something?
He's just gangly and so not attractive.
Fuck yeah.
So in high school, he was on the swim team and in theater club. He graduated from Western Michigan University's business school in 2010.
Nice.
At that point, he sold all of his belongings and moved to a subsistence farm in California. In 2012, he moved to Hawaii. That's when he changed his name on social media to Ender Aenethos, in reference to Ender's Game. And he started that blog. He built a shack in Hilo, Hawaii, in which he rented on Airbnb. In 2012, he met Megan Plant online, and the pair started dating. In 2014, Jeff and Plant met for the first time in person, and they recorded their first video together. Then they were married in 2016. So Megan Plant is now Shalia Divine.
I see.
Formerly known as Shalia.
Is better than Megan. Yeah, totally.
Yes. Way better, right?
Way better.
Shalia Divine.
Harmonious twin flame union.
Yes. She was born and raised in Canada in a Catholic family. Before meeting Jeff, she was a photography student, Reiki practitioner, or a Reiki practitioner. Reiki. Sorry, I can't talk. And then a psychic who worked at a Thai restaurant.
What is I have a question for that. What is a Reiki practitioner? What is that?
Like a form of massage, I believe.
Oh.
Or
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Sorry.
So
go ahead.
It's out of stress relief, and ability to ease tension, kind of a thing that you do. It's administered by laying your hands based on unseen forces. So it's kind of mystical as well. It's not just like you have to believe in a little bit of juju, you know?
There's like chanting and shit. It's a pseudoscientific form of energy healing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's pseudoscientific.
All right. Okay.
Shortly after beginning to date Jeff, she changed her name to Shalia on the advice of her spiritual teacher, Alton Lampy. Okay. So they first met when Shalia was living in Arizona, and Jeff went to meet her, and then she moved to Hawaii with him. Wow. And they started a blog called Awakened Intimacy, which evolved into Twin Flames. So that evolved into Twin Flames. If you'll so it evolved into Twin Flames, and Twin Flames has that has the philosophy of everyone has their own, their one twin flame, and how people came upon it, or as they started putting stuff out on YouTube, they've put a lot of let's kind of go back. Jeff had a plenty of companies prior to the Twin Flame Ascension school that dipped its foot into the twin flame ideology, right? So he was really just trying. It's really just a pyramid scheme, as most cults are. So he was like, I have this thing, and if you can mirror people, but you have the one twin flame, and when you meet somebody that you just can't get out of your mind, this is your twin flame. This is the person you need to go after. Right. And so this is really the basis of it. So it evolves into the twin flame universe,
which is what we have here, right? Twin flame universe. Yes. It says we asked 100 of our dedicated Twin Flame Ascension school students what the school means to them. So we have a whole
so
blog.
Yes.
You can tell they're like bloggers, like bloggers from back in the day, like 2016 YouTube,
Right. Much like Scientology. You have to pay to ascend through the school.
Of course, you would have to pay.
They have a free course online to see if you like it, and then you go forward. And they have, if you'll scroll down on this, all the way down towards the pricing.
Oh, sure.
You do a one class pass that is $3,333, and that gives you 100 plus 90-minute classes. If you do the payment plan, you can do it over 12 months at $333, which doesn't math, but you pay more if you do the payment plan. Right. But you can do the all class pass for $300 plus 90-minute classes. you can upgrade, whatever. And that's really just the basics.
Holy fuck.
When you become
what are these classes about? What are these classes? To teach you how to date, to teach you how to
Right. So basically the theology on this is they believe, much like Scientology, that you need to do sessions, but their sessions are called mirroring, right? And the mirror exercise is what helps you gain access to your twin flame. AC, if you'll put up the YouTube video of the mirror exercise.
You got it.
This is the basis of what everybody learns to start.
So is this the free class, basically?
Yes, but this is the whole basis. When you do a session,
this is the hook.
If something is if you have a block, you have to do a mirror session, much like Scientology with the cans, right?
Okay, so the mirror is basically the cans of Scientology, which is like the physical element that you hold on to be able to transmit your...
Kind of, yeah. It's not an actual mirror, but it's called a mirror exercise, and you'll see what it means here.
Cool.
Are you upset or something bothering you? Do the mirror exercise. Learn in this short video how to heal your upsets by loving yourself, using the mirror exercise taught by Jeff and Shelia. It teaches you how to love yourself from within and take your power back from anything outside of you that is...
I just want to say that loving yourself in the mirror is fucking good. Have you tried that?
Why do I feel like I'm looking at my kid's drawing?
I know.
Oh,
it's very low tech at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Making you unhappy.
She's so breathy. You're like, I do.
In this example, we see how Susie heals herself from feeling rejected. Step 1. Identify the upset.
Oof.
I am upset at Bob because he is rejecting me. Step 2. Change all of the nouns and pronouns to point to yourself.
Oof.
I am upset at myself because I am rejecting myself. Step 3.
Was a Stephen
Is this true? Hint. The answer is always yes.
What the fuck?
Yes, I reject myself because I always tell myself I don't deserve love.
True.
I am doing this to myself, what Bob does to me.
Full sabotage.
Step 4. Give yourself the love that you need.
With a mirror.
Go within to meet that part of you who feels upset. Ask what it needs to feel loved. Give it until that part is satisfied.
There's the audit.
And let that part melt back into you. I see my inner child.
Oh.
She just needs a nice warm blanket and a loving hug. I
feel
she's becoming one with me. How do you feel now?
What?
I feel completely loved and accepted.
That's it? That's all I took?
After you have completed the mirror exercise, the same situation, or it's simply not upsetting you anymore. The more you use this tool, the more you find that you have the power to transform your life. To find the more in-depth description of the mirror.
There it is. Sorry about that. I didn't know what it is.
No, that's fine. So really with this is they're saying if you have a barrier with the person you feel is your twin flame, look inward because your outward barriers come all from within. They're all your fault.
No, that's definitely another Scientology thing.
Yes, you all, but you have to give yourself grace and forgive or, fix, So in one of the videos, and we'll look at that in a little bit, they say that if your twin flame is running from you, you need to inwardly accept and bring that twin flame in, and then they'll understand that you fixed that inside and you're good. So
if you love them, let them go.
Yeah, right? and then they'll come back. Yeah, if you fix yourself first, then they'll be more apt to love yourself. To love you. So many people have found this philosophy, and it is geared more like a dating app or a dating self-help type of a thing. And people come to it when they've been rejected, right? Find your twin flame. If they say that if you find if there's that one person and you meet them and you just can't get them out of your mind, they've got to be your twin flame. It's your souls wanting to connect, right?
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Or
because
could
we're
it be
social
obsession?
creatures. We're social creatures. We don't,
right?
Like you said, we don't have one. There could be, it's impossible. We have 7 billion people, right? So it's a beautifully regenerative business because it's constantly like, oh, I like that guy. Well, that's your twin flame. You know, like it could be anybody.
Well, yeah,
and there's no proof.
Yeah. So there was a story of this one woman who she started this job in a deli, and it was her first time in a deli. She was scared to death. Things were a little crazy, and this man found her there and helped her throughout. Hey, truthful, helped her, and they talked for a little bit. They dated, and then he just was like, "Nah, I'm just not into you." So, and this was in like, I think, California or something, but she was from Massachusetts, so all the way across the country.
Yeah.
And so after things didn't work out, she moved back to Massachusetts, but found twin flames online. And how most people find twin flames online is they go, I met this person and I just can't get them out of my head. Or an unexplained attractiveness. And it comes up.
You ever seen those personals where like missed connections back in the day? It's like, I saw you at a gas station driving a red BMW.
Right. So I have this unexplained attraction to this person, but they're, I just can't get them out of my head. So a lot of people Google that and twin flames pops up. Hey, if this is happening to you, I've got the answer. They are your twin flame. This is why people find them, and it's more of a, and then they get into it. It's more like therapy because they have, the mirroring exercise. Let's deal with what's blocking you from your twin flame. So as she gets into this, and all of these classes and things are held online through Zoom prior to the pandemic. This started in 2018. And where she started, or people were able to start finding it, and they had 38,000 people in the Ascension
Jesus,
school.
That is big time.
Jesus,
and each of them paying $3,000. It's rough.
Yeah.
Well, no, even at 4,000, they had one that was like 4,000,
4,400. Yeah. So,
but did you see everything is a series of numbers? It was 3333.
Yeah, it's also numerology. You got to put numerology in there.
Right. So, I mean, it's a psychology thing too, right? If everything matches, people are like, oh, but
and a lot of people believe in numerology that's also part of, so I'm wondering if that's something they do too.
Allie believes in that. Right? Allie believes in 444. Look, an 888, I'm like, cool.
The angel numbers.
Allie, I'm right there with you.
My kid calls them angel numbers, like 1111 or 444 or whatever. But really, people came into this because they had a loss, like this woman who had a breakup, but just couldn't quit thinking about this person, right? As she gets into it, she gets into really speaking with Jeff and Shalia, and Jeff says to her, "But you like him, right? And he's your twin flame, right?" He goes, "Go get it. Go get him." And literally, they force people or say, "Go after this person. Reach out again. If this is the person that you can't stop thinking about, they are your twin flame." However, Jeff and Shalia have to confirm that they are your twin flame. So in this group, as she's saying, "Oh, there's this guy, I can't quit thinking about him, blah, blah, blah," they go, "It's confirmed. We know he's your twin flame." We channeled it.
Of course.
Right? Yeah. So they start talking again, they reconnect. She this chick moves back out there.
Oh, what?
And they move in together. And they Jeff and Shalia go, "Guess what? This is you're going to have a harmonious union. It's a harmonious true flame union. And this is like deemed by God that this is your twin flame."
So I had a question for you.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. Look at Allie's comment first. I hate that they prey on people's desires to connect. Not only their desires, Allie, they're literal rejection. So it's actually brilliant. It's regenerative because you can find a twin flame anywhere, and there's no proof if they are or not. And so that's always going. And then also, you have,
and they do prey on that. And one of the other stories that I heard was this woman who she had been dating this guy, and it wasn't even a great relationship, but she really felt connection to him. We all do in some of those shitty relationships. And this woman was a scientist, like a biologist, a biologist. And when she, and then she got into a car accident and had this back surgery. And the guy was like, yeah, I can't handle the back surgery. I'm out. You're broken now. And because of that rejection, even though she's a scientist and very smart, she found twin flames because she was like, fuck, I went on the spiritual way. They really fucked her over too. But but because and this at one point, the man had filed a restraining order on this woman, and twin flames, meaning Jeff and Shalia, said, listen, that's just a barrier. That restraining order isn't real in the universe, in God's eyes. They actively said you need to pursue these people even though they reject you, because that's your confirmed twin flame.
Right. No matter what. That's
no matter what.
So what are some of the tactics?
In this case, the woman actually, her 30th birthday, she went to a bar and the man was there, but because she had been texting him, he thought she was she kind of was stalking him and had her arrested. She was in jail for a month before she decided to reach out to her parents. Because, okay, let me go back. They also said that you need to let go of your ties. I mean, any good cult does. Your family should not be around. Let go of all the ties. Even the family in the cult, you have to not be with.
Okay.
Yes.
So what if one of these, let's just say hypothetically, they fall in love with a fucking celebrity, right?
Yeah.
And they reject it. So they're supposed to keep going, like, that's stalker shit.
Ryan Gosling actually had a stalker who said he was their twin flame.
Oof.
And had an incident with it. Where is it? In 2014, Ryan Gosling filed a restraint order against a fan who claimed to be his twin flame. So there are, it's fucking nuts.
Okay.
Stay away from me. No.
So basically, the teaching of the cult. I mean, let me go back because I kind of went off on a fucking tangent. It says that every individual has a twin flame, an intense variation of a soulmate, which Jeff and Shalia will assign, and the member is encouraged to pursue their twin flame romantically. Basically, and that twin flame could be whatever, and leading, because they're your twin flame, it has led to instances of members facing restraining orders and criminal charges for stalking. Seriously, it's all fucking nuts.
Like, imagine eHarmony calling you and being like, you have to pursue Jeff, and but he's married. Sorry, figure it out. We're gonna fucking break up their marriage, and now you are gonna be with your twin flame, which is the most important thing, right?
Why don't you pull up the YouTube video of the healing twin flame runner and chaser dynamic?
Gotcha.
And then play that from.
So basically, these are teaching the people to be stalkers.
Yeah.
If they're married, if your twin flame's married.
Well, this is just saying if your twin flame rejects you, maybe you should try harder.
Oh, hells to the no.
Oh, what am I doing right now?
What'd we do? Radiohead.
Yeah, sorry. That was not the thing it should have done. Here you go.
I'm going to do a shot.
Yep, same here. I'll do it with you.
No. Was that the one? Oh, Jesus. Is this
you want me to? No.
Okay, I got you.
It is the. Do you want me to do it, or
which one is it? Yeah, if you have it up, or tell me which one it is here.
It is the. the runner versus chaser one.
Yeah, I accidentally,
got it.
thank you.
I got you.
Closed it in my like
You're fine.
Radiohead supremacy.
I got you.
Thank you.
Here we go.
God, my fat fingers. Jeez.
No, you're good. Here we go.
Book Twin Flames: Finding Your Ultimate Lover, and the e-course Twin Flames: Dreams Coming True. And today we're going to be talking about the Twin Flames runner and chaser dynamic. Now, so many people have experienced their twin flames running or are running from their union. And we wanted to really give this topic justice to help you, because we know it's so painful to have someone that you love running away from you. I experienced this in my false twin flame union, but with Shalia, I worked through that so that Shalia couldn't possibly run away from me.
So creepy.
That is creepy as hell.
Show you in our book.
Right. So she couldn't possibly run away from me, right? How fucking creepy is that?
I agree, Chris. These people are fucking nuts.
Yes.
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
Hey, thanks for listening, Chris. Good show earlier. And then
leave me.
How you can heal this dynamic once and for all.
Yes. In a nutshell, if you're experiencing the runner and chaser dynamic, it's because somewhere inside of yourself, you're running away from yourself.
Whoa, pause. Somewhere inside yourself, you're running away from yourself?
whoa, pause.
Wait.
Pause, bro.
But you're running away from you? No way.
Yourself, bruh? Yourself, bruh?
How can I run away from me? I'm right here.
Oh, yes. You tell me.
Oh,
Ew.
That was so-
God, that was
Ew,
shitty.
that was creepy.
That
Ew.
fucking gave me the ick so
Can we
bad.
get that one more time? Can we get that one more time?
Ew.
Yeah, I'll back it up.
Oh,
Oh
God.
God, what did you do?
That's just cringe.
Oh.
Okay.
It's so
Oh, yes. You tell me.
Oh, wait, let me back that up
Oh.
one more time.
Away from yourself? How can I run away from me? I'm right here.
Oh, yes. You tell me.
Oh,
Ew.
Because
penis
you're
is
only
flaccid for the
Why
next
does
year.
that remind me of a porn? Right? Like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, baby. Yeah.
Is that pizza sausage? Extra sausage pizza?
ever having an inner experience. There is no out there. That's the illusion. That's the lie. Everything is a direct result of what it is that you're thinking and feeling and experiencing inside of yourself. So we'll take.
There's no out there.
I can't. Gosh,
I'd hide myself
from
inside myself from this bitch. Oh yeah, she'd be
No,
like, oh,
for real.
wow,
This
wow,
is-
yeah.
I'm not home.
Yeah. What do you mean hide your? Wait a minute. Run from yourself, inside yourself, back it up. Like,
Right.
what the fuck are you talking about? And if she flirts like that, fucking, it's over.
Ugh.
I'm done.
Take you
God.
through the mirror
You know what?
exercise, which explains to you why, just how to move through this. You don't necessarily need to go into the Y's and O's and E's.
Okay, were we talking about the whys and the hows and the whats, or are we talking about the vowels? I'm seriously on
Right?
that one. The Y's, the O's, and the E's. I mean, what the fuck was she talking about there?
Look at his face. He's like, what
And
the fuck
sometimes
you just
why?
say?
Yeah.
Maybe. Look at his face. He's like, A-E-I-O-U.
His face is like looking at her like, you better say that shit right. You know? You fucking better say that shit.
Yeah,
You practice that shit.
Do you think this is more like a man dominating the women in this whole scenario here?
Great observation.
Also, I have another question. Not to
yes.
answer now, but like just put it in your hat. What if my twin flame was gay? Do gay things?
Let me tell you.
She's like, hold on, wait a
actually get
moment.
into that in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great fucking question. No, honestly, part of the twin flame is when so the woman that I said that moved back to find her twin flame, and they moved in together. They ended up having their harmonious twin flame union, right? They got married, and one of the doctrines is that a man needs sex every day, and a woman
It's Latter-day Saints.
cannot say no. And if they are having issues in life, if they're having issues in life that they it is, you have to, work through that, and it's your fault as a woman if you're not giving it up.
Of
right?
course.
That's one of the things. Also, initially when this the twin flames thing came about, the cult, they were very LGBTQ allies. They were very forward on that, saying that your twin flame can be anyone.
And you're also alienating a big market too. So it's
however, going forward, they said everyone is either divinely masculine or divinely feminine. And the divinely masculine is like a penis going into a vagina, and that is the divinely masculine. And the divinely feminine is the vagina accepting the penis.
So it's basically an H.R. Geiger sculpture with a dicks and penis.
Yeah. That we'll kind of get into that a little bit later, but there's divinely masculine, and it's the yin and the yang, right? Masculine and feminine, whatever.
Wait, AC, can you zoom into her tattoo?
Try.
Is
it like a
penguin? It looks like a penguin to me.
It's the Virgin Mary.
Orca or something on top, another orca on top
of
a
penguin.
It's a narwhal.
Narwhal.
Narwhal. She looks like a narwhal.
So let's let me see. Basically, they did when you got really into it, they said, let go of your family.
I'm dividing
your family is holding you back. It is what it is, but you're twin flame. So the gal that married the guy, they started having issues pretty early on because he thought he could do anything he wanted to her, and she's like, no, even though I don't really
what do you mean
like
anything?
this.
What does anything mean?
Sexually.
Yeah, I know, but I mean like
right at any time without her consent.
So it's the frequency.
Regardless in a marriage, you should be able to say, nah, I'm not into it right now, but you shouldn't be able to just come in and just do something without me saying, yeah, I want that. You know what I mean?
Allie told me, she's like, if you know I'm sleeping, just
well, no, there's a difference.
Even if I'm sleeping, just
well, and that's all well and good.
I'm gonna look up this twin flame shit. Looks good.
So
I just feel like I'm in a nutshell right now. Like, hold on, let me put
when they first started. So like Jeff's first website claimed to cure cancer by spirituality, and then it was like, they moved to true love.
The website itself.
Yeah, he had one website. He had many different avenues of trying to get a revenue stream, and initially his first he had multiple, like at least 10 different schemes trying to get money, and one of them was, I'll cure your cancer by doing this spiritual journey, much like but then it moved into the twin flames. Shelly that's not Shelia, it's Shalia. Shalia. She was a big draw because she was very charismatic, and she's like, this is what I want, la da da da. They were very much into that harmonious union. They were, once people hooked up, like the one couple I was talking about, they were required to share their success stories online. They were like, are you not happy? Put it on our Facebook group. Are you not, share everything. And they actually required them to, they set up a GoFundMe for them.
They're all
and then said, this is how you're spending this money down to the penny. And they fucking went with it. She's like, I found my fucking whatever. They had a package deal for their courses, which we've shown. They said, by being in this group, you have your soul family, and your,
of course, the community
your
inside.
real family, but the only family that's real is your soul family, right? So everybody in the group.
Interesting. So
yes,
they pray after the people who maybe don't really have a family.
No, there was actually many people in this group that had a real family. One woman had a twin sister and a very loving mother and father, and she wrote him a letter and said, "Don't contact me anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
I've got to get rid of you to be saved." Right?
Well,
Much like any other cult.
Scientology.
You're a
Yes.
suppressive person in Scientology. Like, you cannot talk to your mom.
They don't
Your
call
mom
him a
doesn't believe.
suppressive person, but they did say that they kind of implanted within their sessions of mirroring that they may have been abused. Or
Wow.
that their family was abusing them and that they needed to get away. They wanted them to find their full true self.
What a load of crock of shit.
It is a load of crock of shit.
But you know what? You know what? It's sad. It's sad that that they pray after these people that
Just got
are
rejected.
insecure or rejected, or I mean,
everyone wants
everybody wants love.
to feel like they belong.
Yeah,
and
and everybody wants love. Everybody wants to have a partner in life. Absolutely, I get that. But fuck, like, goddamn. And then the charge on top of that 4,000.
What doesn't charge? What doesn't charge?
There's levels. There are levels. You have to, and as one person said that they'd heard about ascending to another level for 4 years, and even though they ascended to the next level, there's more levels to ascend to.
And then they add more.
Right.
This is the top, and then no, it's not now. It's OT7, it's OT8.
Exactly. The woman that was the initial poster child for this.
Unhappy. They look unhappy in this picture.
The initial poster child for this basically said, oh shit, my brain just.
Sorry, I mean that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Regardless, she had actually told her. Let me just go back. She had told her sister about it, who was newly 18. They not had. Her and her sister had not had the best upbringing. Their parents were there, but kind of absent. And so when her sister turned 18, she was like, "Hey, you might want to look into this." Shortly after its beginning, they had this meetup in New York, and they rented out 2 Airbnbs, and like 50 of the Twin Flames people came, and they did a channeling. And what they mean by channeling is they're channeling to find somebody's true twin flame.
Oh, like a scrying pool. So,
yes, very much so. So they're divinely into it. And
divination.
Now I remember where I was going. So this young girl who's 19 at the time had been getting some messages from this man who's 11 years older than her. So she's 19, this man's 30. And they're like, "Hey," her name is Marley. And they said, "Hey, Marley, you've been getting some messages." And she's like, "Nah, I don't know. Not really. There's this one dude who's been kind of creepy." And they were like, "But you got one from him today." And and she's like, "Yeah." And it was song lyrics. And because she was caught up in the moment, she's like, and it made her cry and whatever. But it turned out once and Jeff was like, "That's your twin flame. It's your, your fucking twin." And
the faster he says he finds them, the faster he gets the money. So imagine that.
So it's your twin fucking flame. And I think he set it up. But this man, shortly after they connected, got arrested for drugs and all. But yet they pushed her to seek him out. "Oh, he can't come to Massachusetts where you're at. You need to move to Utah where he is." She gets there and she realizes he has schizoaffective disorder, which is schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. And when she went to them for help after going, "I'm not equipped to handle this," they said, "If you're a better wife or a better partner and have put in a happy environment, he'll work through it." So they blamed her for his fucking psycho or his schizo fucking disorder. Right.
Okay.
Do they believe in psychoanalysis? Okay.
What was that?
I have a question. So what if somebody fell in love with him, or what if somebody fell in love with her?
No, they channeled that was her twin
Well,
flame.
what if somebody outside like says, you know what, you're my twin flame?
There's no outside.
No. Jeff and Shalia said, "This is your twin flame.
These are the two people right here.
This is this is a divine intervention."
I mean, it's very very common also for cult leaders also to they have to isolate themselves and they have to make it seem like they're the only people with the information, and then they compartmentalize you in it, and then they slowly push your family out because they don't believe, right?
They do,
and then they bring you in, and then they have to have everything. They have to have they are your savior, they are the reason why you're there, why you wake up in the morning, the leader. That's what a cult is. So those people need to spread people the fuck out of there so they can isolate and then brainwash and keep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so mind blowing to me.
What?
How naive and how vulnerable and how easy it is when you want to love somebody, how much you could, what would you do for love? At what cost?
What's your cost? Yeah. How much how bad you want it?
You want for love? That to me isn't it's insane.
Well, and I agree, Chris.
Absolutely.
Exactly. It's always a guy. Yeah.
It's always a guy.
It's always a guy.
I'm actually surprised I didn't uncover anything about Jeff having other women in his life, because that's not how it happened.
But did he have other women?
From what I've seen, no.
Well, that's interesting.
Right. So
one of
the things that I actually, there's a whole lot of shit. So with the one woman who initially kind of was the poster child of the whole fucking cult, they put her into a coaching, but even as a coach, they initially gave her $60 a session, but she shared it with her husband, so it's $30 a piece. But going forward, she was giving more to Jeff and Shalia than she was getting. Right. Thank you, my love. But basically, fuck my brain, because my fucking husband.
See, Dave, brain. See what you did, Dave.
Fuck my brain.
See what love does. Now that's true love right there.
I know, he is my twin flame.
Like a twin icicle.
So did you pay $4,444?
No, I just.
You know what's also naive to me? Giving 10% of your check to the Christian church.
Truth. Agreed.
And
tithing
really, and the Catholic Church, and they ask for the plate.
Yeah.
Right. Tithing, you have to give 10%.
Retarded.
My mom would say you looks like Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So as they go on and on and on, so as they move up and move up and move up, but they're like, okay, we're giving you this much, but you're giving us back this much. You're giving us this much, but we're, but you're moving up. We're helping you move up in this cult. And again, women had to submit and give in to their husbands. He promised the men that the woman would give them sexual pleasure at their whim. So this 19-year-old and this 30-year-old were matched up. But they were also.
I can't with you, gosh. I can't.
Real.
At one point, with this woman, he had said he had made her kind of like his right hand, and he said, I need you to find a way to have the best tax, because at this point it's not a religion. And then he goes, I fucking know, guess what, we're gonna make a church. Now they're a fucking church.
L. Ron Hubbard said back in the day when he made Dianetics and he made that book,
yes,
it wasn't culty enough, so
much
Dianetics became. But he goes, it sold okay, but the only way to really make money in this fucking world is to make a religion.
Right.
And he was, he totally itemized it out. Yeah.
And Jeff has gone online saying, you think he in this, or in my looking at it, he was like, these people say they're not giving enough, or we're not helping them, blah, 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 blah. People are sleeping on floors and la da da da. They need to give us more.
So they wanted more, even though they were accommodating people on floors.
Yes.
Wow, the classic.
Chris said when my son was 11, he told me he wanted to start a cult because he didn't want to pay taxes.
That's exactly right.
There's a 503, right? 50C.
So they made a fucking church.
So I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question.
You have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
I'm very vanilla.
Kind of all over the place tonight.
So this 4,000 or 3,000 or whatever the month, that's a monthly cost. That's not a one-time.
No, okay. So it's the initial cost. And then once you're a coach, then you have to pay so much to move up and be a higher coach. And then even though you're making money from coaching people, you're giving half of it to fucking Jeff and Shalia. And then, so it is very much like Scientology, where you have to pay
all over.
There's levels. There's 8 levels. Mm-hmm.
So
just different wording.
Once they made it a church, Jeff said, I looked at all of these paintings of Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go.
No, for real. He goes, I've looked at all of these paintings of Jesus, and I looked at them, and even though it's not, the Jewish representation of them or how he should actually look, it's actually me. I am the second coming of Christ.
He's the Messiah, of course.
He said he's the second coming of Christ.
David Koresh thought the same thing.
Yes. But I feel like hence the reason he keeps the beard and the long hair.
Of course.
Initially, in the beginning, he didn't fucking care about that.
Marketing.
Then he was like, nonprofit, I'm a fucking church now. I'm the second coming. What really fucked me up, and then we can kind of go into some videos or whatever, is initially they were very LGBTQ plus allies, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they also have the divine female and the divine male. They changed the rules and said, okay, so initially we said your twin flame could be from anywhere, and that's fine. But now they have to be within the church. And so
I see.
Most of the church was female, because most dudes are like, fuck that shit. I'm not looking for that. You know what I mean? I just want to get my dick wet. That's just me making shit up. But
I would hang out at that church all day.
There was more women in the church than men. So what they did was paired people up, even if it was female and female, and then told one of them that they were divinely masculine and made them change. They made them change their pronouns. They made them change their name and urged them, nudged them very aggressively to go through surgery to become the other gender.
No. Sex reassignment surgery?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Wait,
I am not. This is fucking for real.
You know what this
I
is?
feel like I'm lost right now.
10 cherries popping at
I
once.
feel like you just put me in a hat.
I know.
And I'm just like swimming, trying to come out.
Even though they were initially LGBTQ plus forward, now they're saying you're either male or female dominant, and even if, because we need to tell people who their twin flame is now. Mm-hmm. They did this huge channeling session and announced and made the woman who was initially found the guy, whatever, from the deli, call, because she was like not second in command, but like right-hand man, call all these people. She called one of them and said, hey, listen, we've matched you with your twin flame, and it's a chick, and now you need it, but you're the divine masculine. We need you to pick a male name. You need to cut your hair. You need to change your pronouns. They called the other chick who was matched up with her, and the other chick was like, I'm not a lesbian. And they go, that's okay though, because your match is masculine, even though they have female parts.
Yeah.
However,
eat that guy's pussy.
Some of the people a lot of the people who were matched up have had top surgeries already. They have, yeah, wow. They did it. They fucking did it.
This is brilliant. They have cracked the fucking code. It's brilliant. Self-regenerating business of people who get rejected, and it's binary, but it's non-binary. It's crazy. It's great.
Okay. Can we start something? I mean,
what do you want to start?
I don't know, because at this point, can we, we'll just charge like $5,000 and I don't know. Come up with something.
I don't know. It's fucking nuts. That's the fucking thing that made me go, are you fucking kidding me? One of the, there was a transgender woman who had initially came into it prior to all of this madness, who felt very accepted. And she had said that it was like a very left-wing person had a baby with a right-wing Christian. Mm-hmm. And this is, it's insane.
That's another question I had. So I had the gay question and Rose had her question. That's a great one. So political affiliation. Everything's so divided and like polarized. What happens if a hardcore like Republican from like Montana and then like I don't know a gay guy on Miami Beach? Like what happens?
I don't even know.
Like that's my little Twinkie. Sending me up to Montana. Send my Twinkie to Montana. Like what?
So what if they were married? Like
you break up the marriage.
Oh yeah, let's look at that.
I want to know, like, what if they were married? Like, seriously, what if they were married and they were happily married?
Not my problem.
For over like 20, 30 years.
What about me?
They have an answer to this.
Because I've been happily married for
let me show you
20 years. I want to know.
Put a boombox outside your fucking bedroom and be like, please.
All right. Are we ready for what they say?
For me?
Hi, I'm Shalia.
And I'm Jeff.
And
it looks very different there.
Today we're talking about a very popular subject a lot of people have asking us about. What if my twin flame is married? Or I guess, what if I met my twin flame and I'm married? Or, that whole mumbo jumbo mess.
Mumbo jumbo. That thing called sanctimonious marriage.
Mumbo jumbo mess of being married to somebody.
What's wrong with you?
And they're not your twin flame, and you don't want to be with them, or they don't want to be with them, but you want to be with your twin, and your twin wants to be with you, or la-di-da.
So I think that we should preface all this video by stating that we profoundly respect marriage, and we profoundly respect our marriage.
Their marriage.
And
we also profoundly respect the twin flame union.
Yes.
I grew up and my parents were married. Shalia grew up with married parents as well. Families were married.
Not really. Mine were half married.
I love how she's like, well, you're wrong.
And she was like, just go with it. Who gives a fuck? Nobody's going to, Just go with it, stupid.
My dad was my mom.
Anyway, so we're both
look at his face. He's like, shut the fuck up.
The institution of marriage, and we both desire and appreciate it. So with that being said, we also profoundly respect the twin flame union and see that as a much, much higher form of marriage.
Well, because that's true marriage. Because with your twin flame, you've been married in spirit, and you've been married in spirit since you were created together. You know, you're natural companions, and in many respects, it's unnatural not to be with your twin flame. So when you start feeling this discomfort, like if you're in a marriage, you start feeling uncomfortable because you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you met your twin flame. Well, it's time to start thinking about what really matters. And for many of you, there are children involved, or your twin flame has children, and this children are usually involved. And I would like to simply say that if the parents are happy, the children will be happy. That's really it. That's the truth of it.
Okay, let's just talk about that for a second.
Hold on, because that means she's justifying and she's saying it doesn't matter.
She's like,
if you
it doesn't matter.
They don't need the biological father. They're just going to be happy. So if the mom's happy because she's in the twin flame,
or the dad's happy and he has kids, as long as they're fucking happy, they're fucking happy. You know, it doesn't matter if it's bio mom or whatever.
No. I mean, plenty of stepdads don't beat their kids, right?
That's what I'm saying. What if somebody fell in love with him, or what if somebody fell in love with it? Like,
no, they're all
they're twin flames already. That's why they started this. They know they're twin flames.
Yeah,
they're
but
taken.
He just said, you know what? You know, if they're married, it's okay. So yeah, they're married, they're twin flames, but you just said you can have multiple.
No, you only have one twin flame, and then once you find them,
right. So if you're married to not a twin flame and you find your twin flame,
divorce that motherfucker.
Then divorce.
That.
Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's almost there.
And a lot of times,
it doesn't have to. I don't mean to cut you off. It doesn't have to look like the a certain way on the outside. The outside does not matter to children. Yeah. It's how the parents feel on the inside that matters above all else.
Yes, children would rather come from a broken home than be in a broken home. And when you're coming into union,
what was that?
Wait.
They'd rather be in a broken.
Wait. Oh,
What's getting
Lord,
What's getting it? The breaking up of the people, the breaking up of the.
They'd rather have their parents divorced than have their parents fight. Is what
as long as you give us the $4,000, we need $4,000.
Right. So
this opinion with your twin flame, and you're bringing your children, or merging two families together as one. I can guarantee it's going to be wonderful because you and your twin flame are meant to be. You're happy. You're in love.
Fuck you. No.
It's harmonious union. That's what we teach. And we have courses on that. Mm-hmm. And so it's naturally going to benefit the family. Anything.
I love how they mentioned we have courses on that. Like pay more money.
What are you mad at, Rose? What's up? What are you mad at?
I you know what pisses me off is that they're
grind my gears.
Man, I have so many things I want to say, but I'm like, I know a couple.
Say them.
Just keep quiet.
Say it.
I mean, one of the things that makes me mad is that you're encouraging divorce instead of encouraging.
No, they're encouraging marriage.
They're encouraging marriage to the person they deem correct.
Who you're probably. It's not love. It's an obsession.
It's
or lust. Exactly, lust. It's not love.
Exactly.
But here's the thing: you're encouraging people that have children. That maybe are happily married, and because now lust or an obsession comes around, let's break up that fucking marriage and those kids and let's put them in a fucking
another married house.
These kids are gonna the fuck they're gonna suffer.
I mean, I had a stepdad. I didn't suffer. They weren't.
I understand if I understand if the marriage isn't working. I get it. Okay, the marriage isn't working. You got to move out. You know what I mean. You got to do your thing, right? But you know that because you're in that relationship. For someone to encourage it, to do it, to break up a marriage is something different.
It absolutely is.
In your mind, you believe that that marriage is illegitimate. That my flame and her, that's together. That's twin flame is what I believe in. It's what I paid $4,000 for. And now we have to stalk somebody outside their house and be like,
that's what I'm saying. What if I'm in love with him? What if I think he's my flame, right? What if I think he's my flame? And I'm like, you know what? He's my flame, and that's it. It doesn't mean you're off limits. You just said to me that the flame is, you know what I mean? What if that's my flame right there? What if he's my flame, AC? What if that's your flame right there? You know, what the fuck?
Whatever twin flame says to me, that's the chick that I need. I'm already in.
That's what they're saying. That is exactly what they're saying. We're going to divine who you need to be with. Exactly. Chris said, for only $29.99, you can take my course on how not to join a cult. For another $10, you can take my course on how not to be an asshole.
I love that.
Like a peddling marketing asshole.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they might. But if the roles are reversed on these two couple. How do they? I want to know how they fucking answer that. I'd love to know how they would answer that. Because if I were to say, "That's my flame," AC hypothetical, that's your flame. But you just said.
But wait, I belong to a place that tells me also, like, if that's my flame, then you go get them. Like,
so
that's
initially,
what
they said you could have outside flames, and then they changed. They were like saying outside of the cult, you're good. They didn't say cult, but outside of twin flames, you're good. But then Jeff said, never mind,
because they're losing money, and that problem happened. You said
if you have first they went, if you have a twin flame, they need to join twin flames
immediately,
and then you can be with them. Yeah. And then they were like, never mind, there's nobody outside of twin flames that is your twin flame. We're going to define
right
who
now,
your twin flame is.
So they got
these
smaller
pictures. The pictures of these two people, they do not look happy. I'm just going to put. I mean, his face says it all.
So
she's trying to put a front, but his face says it all.
He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit.
Let's find out why.
Oh, she's not.
He reminds me like a Rico Suave,
you know, either. I mean? Yeah, let's go a little bit more into this, and then we'll kind of back out of it. And I might need to let you guys talk for a minute while I step away.
That you do for love, everyone wins. Win, 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 win. So, I guess
fuck you.
Pretty much in a nutshell, if you're married or your twin is married and you desire to be together, I say you have to go for it. You can't live an unlived life. You can't walk on this planet knowing that your twin flame is walking on the planet too, and you're not together. And I think it's also selfish to not free that non-twin flame spouse to their own twin flame union, or at least to a more harmonious partnership that would be most beneficial for them, which will naturally benefit the children if there are children involved.
And us.
So we've personally worked with many twin flames.
You are a piece of shit.
Been in marriages, or whose twin flame has been in marriages.
Yeah.
And the marriage falls apart effortlessly when it's not with your twin flame.
It falls apart effortlessly.
Oh, really?
I guess that's the only part that I was trying to get to. It falls apart effortlessly.
Fuck you is all I got.
Say it again. Say it again, Ro. There you go.
He's a piece of shit. Fuck you. You know what? So
I'm going to let you guys talk for just a sec. I apologize. I have to step
you know, it's like, okay, AC, what if what if you had a flame, you know, you do this course, and
remember now it has to be in the cult. It's in the cult now.
In the cult. You're in the cult. Let's say all three of us are in the cult, right?
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, all three of us are in the cult.
I'm ready.
You know, you go for Sam, I go for Dave, Dave goes for you. What the fuck?
What about it?
But you guys are happily married.
Yeah, but I signed up to a company and a church that tells me that no longer would I have, like, by the time I get there, Rose, like, I know what's up. Like, I'm not going to pay a couple $1,000s and like not understand. Like you now, obviously you have to go into the cult to be able to date. Outside used to be outside flames, and then they said no, and then they reduced it, and then they were like, let's make it smart because it's the only way to maximize money. They own everything. They own the people, they own the women, the man, everybody.
Maybe for an extra 10K.
Yeah, a third flame. For 10 extra $1,000, you can get a third flame. That's a triple flame. And if you act now, we'll double that to 666 flames.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So why does it make you feel bad? It makes you feel bad because of the breaking up of the.
I think when you're happily married and you have a good thing going, there's no.
What if it's bad?
If it's bad, then it's
then come
that's
at me.
where you have to, then that's something to it's bad. Like, you're not happy. You're obviously arguing. Obviously, that marriage isn't working.
I've been in a couple of relationships that I wish a twin flame would have come and got me.
You know what I mean?
We're like, you're my twin flame. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you're happily married, you have wonderful children, everything is going. Oh, but wait a minute, you're my flame. Fuck you. No.
Somebody can try to pick you up in the market without the religion, right? Like, people are shooting their shot without having the religion.
No.
Okay.
Here's the thing. This cult.
I'm sorry, but no.
Says, I see someone and I have lust for them. and I can't get them out of my mind,
Ba-boom,
even though
ba-boom, ba-boom.
my relationship is fairly solid. But you know, I still see this person and I have this lust, and then the cult says you should go for that lust. This gives you
He throws another log on the
as a
fire.
man
Yeah.
or a woman to go, oh wait, this one's it, because I can't stop thinking about them. I can't stop lusting over them.
And that's why they have sex every day, because it's a lust-based cult.
It's exactly what it's what every fucking cult, not every, but most cults are fucking based on, right?
Well, yeah. Either that or child brides. Yeah, exactly.
Well, lust. I mean,
Come on.
it's still lust.
Wait, lust.
I don't understand how the men could feel that way, but some in those respects do, I guess. There was
I feel like it's an ordered bride.
Like a mail
order?
order?
A different, a mail ordered bride, just in a different.
It's like a cross between Scientology and eHarmony, where you sign up for somebody to hook you up with somebody, right? Like there's a million sites that sign you up to like match you up with people. Just imagine now the site is a place. Like we could, like it has to be here, an area. And then that's how they control you. And that's how they control the narrative and the news and everything that comes in and out. It's very important to take in the news and control the narrative. That's what Scientology does. And they send out those pit bulls to get people's faces. Exactly.
It's funny. They had so some people started to see the light and get out of they actually, one woman, the woman that had the back surgery, the woman who had the back surgery said, this is a cult, I'm out. So she blocked everybody, but because she was like their social media person and because she still had access and the codes,
whoa, that's
she went and would put their ads in non-English speaking countries, or she put Jeff's face on who's the guy who from the Kingston clan? What was his name?
Jeff.
No,
Jeff.
not Jeff.
No. Oh my God, I can't. He's a 13-year-old bride.
Right. She put
Greg.
I don't know. No. She put Jeff's face on his picture with the brides, with the child brides. So she fucked with them like hard, which I was very proud of her for.
Control.
And that's the thing. And they also, I mean, it wasn't the however the Scientology calls it, the whatever people, but they literally ostracized people who left. So once they started so they started seeing all of this, but I mean, it's just fucking nutty. So the craziest thing, so Jeff and Shalia had always said that not only were they twin flames, but they had a third twin flame, which would be their daughter from the beginning.
Wait,
before they even got pregnant.
Hold on. I'm about to have a heart attack right now. Wait, hold.
Yes. They had not gotten pregnant yet, but they said initially they're going to have this baby. Wait. And the baby would never have sex with anyone because they were going to copulate with God.
Wait.
And it had to be a girl, and the girl's name was going to be Grace.
I thought you were going to say Gypsy Rose. Sorry.
Yep, Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
So they could control the gender. They did IVF.
Perfect.
Wait a minute. So he's saying that this daughter that's going to be born, he will be able to do the.
No, not him. God would. This baby would never. This baby, when it grew up, would never have sex.
It's going to be the Virgin Mary all over again.
Yes.
The fuck.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, by the way. It's called. I read
celibacy.
It the other day. No, it's an immaculate birth.
Yeah, immaculate conception.
No, but there's an actual medical term for it. It's out on house. Actually,
it's immaculate conception.
Of course, it is. Term for it. It's like
but
she went.
Right. So rather than trying to do it naturally, because they obviously had sex all the time, because that's what they were indoctrinating people in. He even at one point had said, "Oh, she may say no and say no, but I'll throw her in the bed and we'll still fucking do it. Right.
R word.
Yes, it is very, very much grapey. But so they were going to conceive this baby. So they did IVF, and they did this video about IVF. And then they did a video saying that the IVF didn't take and they were having a miscarriage, or it did take, but they were having a miscarriage.
Wait.
Whoa.
We have a local.
Whoa.
Twin flame shit almost destroyed my marriage of 10 years. It almost killed me too. But I wouldn't give up and fought the programming with every bit of rational thinking and information I could find. Holy buckets.
Amazing, Jay.
Wow.
Thank you for commenting.
Yeah, if you have anything else you want to share, that'd be amazing.
Yes,
please.
Yeah, I please, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to hear more. Like, whoa.
I'd like to hear more about, their inner workings for sure.
Exactly.
Because I know it's a lot. It has to be a lot of Scientology. It has to be like almost modeled
anytime somebody would have a block, they would do a mirror session, and they'd have to go to their coach and pay more, and it very much like Scientology.
Yeah.
Yes. Very much
like
I'd love to know, for the last comment that just made, how long ago was this? And are you guys? I'm hoping
you feel comfortable sharing
together.
Yes, if you feel comfortable sharing, please do.
Sharing, yes, please do, because I'd love to know, if you guys are still together, which I really hope you are. All this, like, I have a million questions. Holy shit.
Well, the comment said it had almost wrecked her marriage of 10 years.
Yes,
10 years. Can you imagine?
I'm glad you fought for it, though. Good job.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Absolutely. Good job. I'm. You know what? I'm glad you didn't give up, because that's one of my questions. Like,
I mean, this is still going strong. I mean, I've been on the website today, and they say if you pay all this money, you can be a part of this. So
20,000.
And we'll find you your trim.
So mind blowing.
So one of the things, where is it?
I think I need to take another shot. Cheers, everyone.
Hold on. Let me pour a shot. Let me pour one.
Oh, hold on. Let me bring up. Hold on. My wife had actually joined yet, but the AT community was definitely pushed her harder. Really
pushing her hard. So yeah, the community was pushing her hard.
So remember, I had mentioned that they were. I mean, they have pushed people to transition.
Chris, I agree. Glad you fought back.
Yes, absolutely. Let's do this.
Cheers, everyone.
So,
eggs.
That's not what I wanted. Bear with me, guys.
No worries.
So, oh my gosh, I would love to know.
Okay. So, I'm going to share my screen.
Is there any way you can send me a private message, either one of us three, in the back end? I'd love to talk to you more.
Absolutely. So you know how I mentioned that they were asking people to transition or change their name and pronouns and things. It's very evident in some of these pictures.
Whoa.
That's supposed to be Adam. That's Isaiah. That's Sage. And honestly, Sage is a trans woman.
Oh.
And Isaiah is a trans man now.
Okay.
Wow.
Right. This is Stephanie, and that's Kieran. But they made these the women who were they matched with women transition to be men.
Wait a minute.
So Danny and Christina.
All right, come on, Rose. What's up?
Okay.
There's Dennis and Nicole.
I'm dying. Okay, go up to Danny and Krista. Look at that picture, right? Look at their face features. Now, if you go up to Stephanie and
Yeah, they're very similar.
Very, very similar. But then
They're
you go to Jose and very similar to Isaiah and say like everything. It's just a little bit of a. So
But
how is to
see
say that
here,
these aren't
Dennis
Photoshop?
was made to be. No, they're not.
Photoshop?
They're not.
These are actual
Photoshop.
people. I mean,
They're
are these
actual couples
people?
that they've matched together. So the HTFU means the harmonious harmonious
Union?
twin flames union. Yes. There's definitely
Wow, that guy is crazy looking.
wow. I mean, this I believe Carmen is on a lot of their propaganda. But I mean, you can see, especially here with Sage and Isaiah.
That guy fucking wow.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Or even Adam and Brienne. There's very much where they said, hey, you guys are going to be together, but one of you has to be a dude. You know what I mean?
And that their choice, or they choose who the dude is?
They didn't. No. Jeff and Shalia. I don't know why that's so hard right now.
Because I read Shalela. I read Shalela.
Jeff and Shalia said when they matched these people up, said if they were two women, one of you is the divine masculine, and you have to be that. It's
well, it's insane.
It's fucking insane. I guess I have no words, because how can, especially there was one couple or two women that they said, okay, you need to figure out the masculine name, your pronouns, he, him, blah, blah, blah. And so that person did, and the person they matched her up with was like, I'm not a lesbian. They're like, that's fine, whatever.
You are now.
However, the person that they said was the masculine one was actually bi to begin with. And through their connections within the people in the cult, found someone a woman that they liked, but they got out together, and now they're both women because they can be.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the one had gone very, very masculine for cut her hair. When prior to that, because the one that went masculine had met a man at their job initially before working for the Twin Flames, and felt this huge connection. They were besties, whatever. And they went to his family's cottage or cabin, and the woman made a move on the guy, and he was like, no, I'm good. And they were like, no, this is your twin flame. Quit being a pussy. Go after him.
Get in there.
When the guy was actually into other guys, and he said, listen, you got to stop this. You know what I mean? You have to, I don't want you this way. I'm done.
Right. I'm hanging out with a couple of trans friends, says Chris, right now.
They should be pissed.
Yeah, this is nuts. Of course he's pissed.
This is nuts. They're making people.
It's social engineering. It's social engineering.
Right. And honestly, there was in the documentary that I watched, there was a trans expert that said, listen, if you're this, great, that's fine, but don't be what somebody tells you to be. It's almost like conversion therapy for somebody, but it's the opposite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be this, but you're making me be this because it fits your narrative.
And you're rolling the dice.
That's fucking bullshit.
See what you get.
It's bullshit.
That's insane.
I mean, I don't care if you're a woman and like a woman, or a man and like a man, or if you're born a woman and want to be a man. I don't fucking care, but nobody's gonna make me be that person. You know what I mean?
No, as long as you're happy,
be who
whatever
you are, and be happy.
Well,
I'm not gonna let anybody tell me who I should be.
Except if you come from a very religious household and you're Christian, and you're born gay. So that's one of the ways you're not going to.
Well, it's very much like conversion therapy for people like that. But I mean, for myself personally, I mean, My oldest daughter, when she was 12, told me she liked girls as well as boys. And I was like, I get it. Girls are cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, girls are way cuter than boys.
Hell yeah.
I mean, as long as you're happy, it doesn't matter. You're
That's
happy.
exactly it. I don't care.
But I can tell you, like, okay, so
I
it's
also
like
was like, yeah, I know. Not a big
AC,
deal.
if
And
I were
she's
to
like,
tell you tomorrow, if you were in this, you're paying your tuition or whatever to this fucking thing, and I say, okay, well, tomorrow you're gonna like men, AC. Like,
you're the femme.
yeah,
How bad do I want to get married?
Well, honestly, if it was me and Rose, I'd be like, no, I'm good. I'm out.
Yeah.
I know who I like, and that's not nothing against anybody who else likes anything different. But I know that I'm not that way.
And you can live your life that way, and more importantly,
I mean, I can accept you live your life that way. That's fine. I can accept that. But for me personally, I'm don't.
You're not a lesbian.
No,
I don't float that boat.
Lesbian. Like, you don't have to accept them, but they're going to be a lesbian anyway. Like whatever.
No,
we
I
don't
mean,
accept, they're out there.
I mean, no. It's not. It's not that. It's just, you know what? As long as that makes you happy, what you do behind closed doors, that's your business.
And
what you like and your preference.
You don't have to even do it
but
behind
sometimes
closed
people
doors.
don't know what the fuck they
care.
want.
Yeah,
they don't know what they want, and they need a company to tell them or a church to tell them.
Well,
they don't want to think.
These people were lonely, and they wanted to find their twin flame. They wanted to find their soulmate, and this is the snake oil salesman of saying, "Let's do it." And it's fucking insane. And I'm surprised that, I mean, there are people still in the cult that have let it happen, and they're saying, okay, I'm a woman and I'll have top surgery, but this is not really what I wanted, but you told me to, and God said, so yeah.
That's another thing. It's reinforced by God, and then also the two people that are the cult leaders that are like, leader is telling me to do this. They must know everything.
The cult leader who says he's the second coming of Christ.
It gets layered, bro. This is like a 7-layer dip.
It's
crazy.
Insane.
It's crazy. Do you want to hit up a video? One of these videos we have?
Yeah, let's do the, I don't even know.
Not gonna believe this.
Do the one. Yeah, you're not gonna believe this. That's
head's
one
all over the
they said they were going that their pregnancy was or they were miscarrying. So play that one.
I can believe this.
My head's so all over the place on this story. It's like
wrap it around it.
And I'm Julian. What a crazy and wild ride that.
What did you say?
Wait, I don't even know.
Oh, sorry.
Drunk.
Yeah, she does. That's why.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Julian. What a crazy and wild ride that we're on. And
no flippin' joke.
We're not joking.
I don't know why he said flippin'. He fucking cusses in every other video.
We have some news, and it's rather shocking to us because this is basically a miracle that appears to be happening.
It's some wild stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever this is wild.
Beyond our conception. And, in the last
you're raking in all that money.
We did, we experienced
tax-free.
What you would call a miscarriage. And my doctors and nurses confirmed that I am experiencing a miscarriage and that,
wait, can we stop it
right there? I had to wait like a week from my last HCG test, which is the pregnancy hormone. And sorry, I need to sit. And
I'm sorry. Okay, Rose, what's up? I'm sorry.
Basically, go ahead.
I feel okay. For people who've had miscarriages, this is not a joke. This is not something
not.
I haven't even said it yet. What was it?
But for her
she's saying, psych, I didn't have a miscarriage. I'm pregnant, is what she's saying here.
Yeah, this is not a joke. This is not. There are truly women out there that have this and have gone through it, and it's fucking hard. And I feel like for her to make this, I feel like this is like a joke.
They're definitely
and I'm sorry for all those women that have gone through it. It's something so hard and traumatic. And for her to come on and be like, oh, yeah.
Guess what? Never mind.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was fuck you. Fuck you.
So what does she do? What is she? So why is she mocking it?
So a week prior, they said we were having a miscarriage. We thought we were pregnant with the IVF. That's not correct. They went back because they said they had to terminate the pregnancy, the embryo that was implanted. And they went back and they were like, "Oh wait, never mind, you're pregnant."
What?
Yeah, never mind.
Even though she says, if you go further, which is fine, you don't have to. She says, I've been bleeding and whatever, and they don't think it's she had the baby. They named the baby Grace. This baby is yes, as prophesized. I mean, they've been saying it forever. The reason they did the IVF is so they could have a girl. And that now they're like, oh, and let me hold on. Let me share my screen because I have it to where where
and
he's
like,
like, let me be clear.
This is a sticky topic, and if you are trigger warned,
or if you're triggered, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry.
If you get triggered by anything at all,
this shit for me is just
it sucks, but he overspeaks her and is like, let me tell you what's gone.
You're pregnant. There is an embryo growing inside of you.
Yeah.
And that is there's the only reason for the HCG levels, and they're rising.
Yeah, and they're rising.
Let's also be clear, you had all the symptoms of a miscarriage.
I had all the symptoms of
HCG levels were going down.
Like I'm not.
All the doctors were like, yup, this is a miscarriage. All the information said, yup, this is a miscarriage.
Yeah.
And then
what's with the hat, by the way?
HCG level test.
That's a Gucci belt.
Check in, it should be pretty close.
Well, they had done some videos before they thought they were miscarrying about somebody sending them a Versace fucking baby outfit. I mean, these fuckers are definitely profiting.
The beauty is that they're fans. Like, people on top of making money and tax free, then they have fans that send them free shit. That's
exactly. That's exactly it.
Oh yeah.
So he's over talking her and saying, "But let's be clear, you are pregnant, right?"
To nil at this point.
Going down a lot.
And it's at 865.
Well, that was yesterday. Today it's 985.
And it's up even again today.
Yeah.
There is an embryo growing in you, and you had all the symptoms of a miscarriage before.
I did.
And all the doctors said, you're definitely miscarriage, should not be pregnant. Like, it's over. Grieve, move on. We did.
And you saw me. I was like, in bed.
Just fucking get it over with.
Well, and she's like, you saw me. I was a mess.
It was a mess.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Because you know what? If you've ever gone through that shit,
yeah,
it is
fuck
fucking
off.
Traumatic. It's hard. Fuck you. Fuck you too
That's
for
how
what
you
you're
feel.
doing.
That's how you feel from the bottom of your heart. I'm trying to keep my twin flame experience because it's too nightmarish and I hate even thinking about it. Understood. So yeah, I was gonna say
we're sorry.
You're ready to divulge that.
Thank you for sharing, though.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing. And you know what?
And
These two people should be.
Well, there have been some videos of Jeff going, we're restructuring. If you don't like it, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like,
you start to get fuck you money. You start to get fuck you money. You're like, fuck out of here.
He has millions of dollars. Millions.
It just right now, I'm just like, my blood is so boiling right now because
like he was reacting to like the documentary and shit, and he's like, "Oh, if you feel this, blah blah blah, I'll tell you." You know what I mean? It's fucking insane. How this whole I just don't understand how people are still.
How people believe this?
Yeah. Yes.
Because now there's data. If like they're brand new and they bring you in, whatever. Like
now there's data. Right. Now there's. It's just fucking stupid.
But remember, some people believe like, oh, who's telling you that? Oh, the mainstream media is telling you that this place is bad. Oh, it's got to be good. And then there's some level of that happening. And trust me, the landscape has changed when it comes to like the truth and what people want to experience.
So I don't know what this is exactly, but I'm gonna show it. Hold on. We're gonna just do this in real time. Because I haven't looked at it, but it looks interesting. So it says cult leaders Jeff and Shalia trying to judge control after the vanity.
Rough. What the
And we're coming to you today for a brief video to make you aware of a response that we have created, and that's going to be in the link below, to a growing controversy about us on the internet. And controversy has been very painful for us, very damaging to us emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, financially, and reputationally.
Oh, because it's not real? Is that what
financially, really financially.
Psychologically, financially, and blah, blah, blah.
Really, financially, because, I mean, you look like you have a pretty good setup in the background right there, really.
They have all the Chanel, whatever. It's dumb. Let's see what they say.
This controversy is actually a conspiracy created by our haters and blown up in the mass media to shut us down. And I don't want to say too many details.
I love how she's like,
They're coming for us. Coming for you too.
Preach.
Preach more
about it because we've written everything in the article and we want to direct you to it. But this is our way of saying enough is enough. It's our way of responding, of standing up for ourselves, of standing up for religious and spiritual rights, and your right and our right to pursue.
The only reason they're a religion is for the tax breaks. He said it.
He's absolutely right. That's the same reason Scientology had a party the day that they did the 503. Come on, it was a huge party at the arena.
It's fucking stupid. Okay, we're gonna go. Wait, I didn't even know what's gonna be said here. So,
our religious fulfillment to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
You put America in there too.
That is right. That we
wasn't that quote from? Wasn't that quote a Pursuit of Happiness movie?
I mean,
no, it's from the Gettysburg Address or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, dude. Like literally.
You don't talk about the Bill of Rights. You don't talk about the Bill of Rights, okay?
Right.
In the United States, and that we believe that everyone should have all around the world to love and worship their God as they see fit. And we do it through twin flames. And by using twin flames as an ascension journey to God and understanding the fundamental reason that you're called by your twin flame. And these people conspiring are trying to put a stop to us bringing our twin flame work to the world for various insane and sick reasons.
Yeah, I think if you're watching this video, I think it's really important that you make yourself aware that this is happening within the twin flame world, the twin flame niche, that people who...
The twin flame niche.
That means a whole genre on YouTube. Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
The niche.
A bit hyperbolic there.
I don't. So
they
many
come off
things.
As salesmen, right? They come off as salesmen, and they come off as also cult leaders, but they also come off as like
snake oil.
The new snake oil salesmen that don't have a big cart. They just have a big mansion. You know?
As you're wearing an Eddie Bauer sweater, but okay, yeah.
And here's the deal. I mean, you think they'd fucking do a better background? You know what I mean?
Seriously, you have the podcast studio in your house,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have the money. You have the fucking.
But
money.
I bet they're also cheap. I bet they're also cheap for everything else.
Oh, I'm sure they are. Yeah. So let's see what they say. I don't even know. We've got a few more minutes, but I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Let's just see if there was anything else.
Teach twin flames and twin flame union, harmonious twin flame union are being targeted.
You get to teach.
And I think it's important for you to educate yourself on what's happening, the conspiracy happening, because what twin flames are and have is a very beautiful gift to give to the world. And quite frankly, there's an evil that is trying to suppress it and kill it. And
is that the devil?
An evil.
Yeah.
An evil that is trying to suppress it.
Can you be more specific? And how, where would I go research this conspiracy that you say? Like, is there a Reddit forum? Like, what's going on? You know?
And man,
more like, it's very vague. It's very like,
yeah, it is. It is. It's very they're very vacant in the eyes too. Like,
yeah, they are. I have this. I have the news thing. You want the news thing?
What was that?
I have the news. It's a news clip that we have.
Yes. Let's do that.
You guys want to read the next comment up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jay Anaxis says, "I'm happy the algorithm brought me here and finding others talking about it. We are so happy you found us."
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, sir.
Yes. I apologize. I hit the thing.
You're opening a twin flame. Twin flame, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. I mean, at this point, it's just it does sound like another fucking Disneyland ride. Like, what the fuck?
You're off the rails right now, bro. You just,
right.
For some reason,
like,
I just want to like. There's so much I want to say, and I know I have to like,
Well, no, you say fuck all you want. I'm just saying, like, you're really worked up.
I'm really happy that you fought for your marriage. It's very nice to see the positive that we probably would have never heard. So remember, thank you for coming.
He did have a pretty bad.
Yeah, I know you went through a rough spot, but thank you for coming on and sharing your comments with us. I do appreciate that, and
Absolutely.
I appreciate that you fought for it, because you know what, when you truly love somebody, you're gonna fight through thick and thin to make sure it works. And it doesn't matter what what you do, but when you truly believe you love that person, you're gonna do whatever it takes. So thank you for sharing that with us. I really appreciate it. And thank you for coming on to our show and sharing that with us.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right.
This week, the National Writers Series is hosting a conversation on cults. What are cults, and is there one here in Northern Michigan? Our Allie Baxter talked with one of the event speakers who calls herself a survivor of the Twin Flames universe. She joins us live now from the Up North Live Content Center. Allie, what does she want the community to know?
Maya, spoke with Keely Griffin. She used to be a member of Twin Flames Universe, a group whose founders are living in Leelanau County. Keely tells me for those who have left the group, there's a lot of shame in speaking out about their experiences for fear of being judged for it.
I felt this like anxiety and fear kind of like in the pit of my stomach.
Keely Griffin remembers turning to the internet for tips on healing from relationships, which is where she says she came across the Twin Flames Universe social media platforms.
Just normal people wanting to heal.
According to its website, the Twin Flames Universe focuses on uniting people with their one true love, with opportunities for spiritual life coaching and working directly with its founders, Jeff and Shalia.
I was told to move to Traverse City or somewhere around there. They were looking at properties, and they wanted me and my twin flame at the time to build their organic farm for them and basically like feed them. And then also build their church eventually.
Keely says she wasn't the only one told to move.
The goal is for as many people possible, their members, to live with them.
Living with them is what Keely explains becomes so isolating. So if someone ever does decide to leave, there's a learning curve to life again.
You're getting dropped onto a new planet when you leave, and you're not really sure how to interact with people anymore. Your language is different. They use different words with different meanings.
Part of that different language Keely describes as being coercive.
You talk to these members, and the members are like, oh no, I'm here on my free will. But if you really look deeper, you'll see that they aren't.
And as Keely explains, small manipulations over time lead to total loss of freedom.
Kind of like that frog example where the frog gets into warm water and then, you turn the heat up and it starts to boil, and the frog doesn't leave because it's a slow rise in temperature. and before it's too late, the water's boiling.
So why don't more people speak out about twin flames? Keely says it's not that simple.
People are afraid to receive backlash from Jeff and Julia.
And they're afraid of the shame and judgment from others.
I just never understood how someone would ever join or do the things that they did in the cult until I was in one myself.
Keely tells me the most important thing the community can do right now is to keep the conversation going about the Twin Flames universe.
The only thing you can do is keep like you said, the conversation going and just make people like us, like, people who have never heard of it, but also have like an interest in these kind of things. It's word of mouth. It's the only way. And then like take away the stigma and then start working there. You know what I mean? But Scientology was the same way. Nobody knew anything about it like in the 80s, or it was more like
one thing that she had said that she felt shameful and wanted to reach out to her friends that she had when she was in the cult of Twin Flames, but she felt ashamed because she had inflicted some of the trauma on them, because she was the one who had called. Remember, I had mentioned the two women, and that the one woman was like, I'm not a lesbian.
Not a lesbian.
But she was like, that's fine because this one is masculine. She was the one who facilitated that. And that was prior to her getting out. It was like right before she got out. And so she felt shameful and did not. I mean, her sister was the 19-year-old who was with the 31-year-old who had the schizoaffective disorder. And she even felt bad, thinking she shouldn't reach out to her own sister after it all had happened. And she got her sister out. So, I mean, she had so much shame, and because she had inflicted all of that on them, that she thought, I don't even know how I'm going to get out of this. You know what I mean? Even though I'm out of it, I don't feel like I should reach out to them because I feel so bad for doing that to them. She's doing a lot of great work to help people, but she also feels bad because I did that and I was in that and I didn't realize until it was too late. Or not.
Chris said here, much love and admire J. I can't imagine what you went through.
Yes, very much so.
Absolutely.
Chris commenter. Yeah. Man, this is crazy. I feel like you can do some more time on this, but
I know
this is the most fucking nuttiest story. This is the most fucking nuttiest story. I think that is just fucking nuts. I mean, I know we've done a lot of crazy fucking shit, right? I know we've done a lot, but this one I think tops it for me.
This cult is, to me, worse than Scientology.
Absolutely agree.
Because it preys on your heart.
Right.
On your
heart. Preys on the fact that
it preys on your human. You know what I mean? Scientology is literally Scientology, and it's like this fucking stupid fucking alien. You know what I mean? This alien
thing to carry this thing
that latch onto us, and we have to fucking whatever. But this literally goes. Everyone wants to feel or find their person, and this one goes, "We're gonna find your person for you." And I understand why people would initially get into it.
Of course.
So JN Access says that's exactly how they did it with life coaches who used all the twin flame talking points but weren't overtly advertising it. Yes. And they were also
Trojan horse.
The coaches were trained to say divert the naysayer, right? This is, yes, you think this, but let me show you how this happens. Or, you know what I mean? If you think this is not right, let me show you how it is right. You know what I mean? And again, it's
prey on the weak.
Are very similar.
I mean, that sounded like religion. That verbiage sounded like religion.
It just preys on the weak when you're having every marriage, every couple, every girlfriend, boyfriend, we all have gone through. We have ups and downs, right?
Let's be real. You're
pray at that time that you're praying on somebody's who
but remember, 50% of marriages end in divorce. 50%.
But a lot of the people that they prey on are single, and they're like, oh, I met this person one time and I felt this, I keep thinking about them. I keep thinking about them. There's something about this person. And they go, that's your twin flame.
You want to bang him.
You want him back? Let me tell you how to get him back, because you were meant to be. This is divined by God.
And then they feed your fire. They feed that lust. It was like, I should
flame.
be with that person. I should be.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw this out there.
Okay.
I mean, I've had a couple of stalkers, is what I call them.
Right.
But can you imagine Elsa? Now we know who Elsa is from a previous social media app that we've gone through.
Elsa.
I mean,
yeah.
The fuck? Because that was one of my stalkers, was Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this other person. The fuck?
Right.
No. We're not.
Wait,
no.
I'm so confused.
Well,
Elsa was a girl that was
through stereo and
was in love with Benny Boom Boom, which now is resting in peace. She thought that I had something going on with Benny. She didn't know, because for a long time I had kept my marriage, because of social media. I'd kept my marriage, privately, and that was a thing, something I wanted to keep private because that's my personal life. Right. Also then stalked me to the point where it was like absolutely crazy. And I am blessed to have Rocksteady that helped me out through that situation, because without him, I would have never had her removed out of my life. And she stalked me because she thought that Benny was her soulmate, to the point where her twin flame.
But do we believe in soulmates? You too?
I believe I found the person I was meant to be with, but yes. I don't believe he was the only person I was meant to be with. I'm lucky that I found someone that I was meant to be with, but there could be other people out there who fit my
demographic
criteria and could have made it. But I found one person out of many that were meant to be with me. Does that make sense?
I believe that I had to go through a lot of trials to find myself on what I wanted in life. And I found the right person on what I wanted, but I had to go through a lot of trials to get there.
I do believe it was fate that I found the one I found, Dave. However, I don't believe, I can't believe that out of how many billion people in the world, 8, that there's only one person that's meant to be with me.
What if he's in Nigeria,
How about UAC?
I'm lucky that I found my person, but yeah. What do you believe?
I don't believe in soulmate.
What do you believe you found your soulmate?
I believe that we're on a rock that's hurtling through space, and we're lucky enough just to meet anybody that likes us. And eventually, you make it work. You kiss a lot of frogs. You you learn, right? You live. You have to get out there and date. I don't think high school sweethearts are a thing anymore. Just there's too much going on in the world, and there's a lot to learn. So you do have to kiss a lot of frogs, and then you eventually settle down. But it's work.
But you don't settle, though. I mean,
but do you believe you found your soulmate?
You settle down, but you find the person. You find a person.
I love a woman very much, and I'm lucky enough for her to love me back because of our work ethic. I work in my relationship. I make sure she's comfortable and loved, and
check in.
That's what matters. If I just believe that there's a soulmate, no offense, guys. If I just believe there's a soulmate, I might have to, just because they're named soulmate, like I'm going to work in different ways to have that.
I think you and I are
work is hard.
I feel like there are people meant for each other, but I don't think there's one person meant for. Each person matches up to one person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I believe that when you find that person, you do have to work, because you fucking do.
You do.
And it doesn't work if you don't.
And if you want to, if you love them so much and you click so well that you want to call them your soulmate afterwards, my problem is beforehand. Because beforehand, if you put a label on it, now it feels different. It's almost like we have to be together, and this has to work because I put a label on it. So let it happen. Work at it. It might not have 50% of marriages do end in divorce. You have to keep that in mind. it might not work.
Well, I mean,
and if it doesn't,
two-thirds of mine have.
It's not because you weren't soulmates. It's because
I've gone through one.
I'm
so
sorry.
I promise you that 50% of
have.
soulmates also get divorced. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
No, I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you said.
I said 2/3 of mine have. I've been married 3 times.
Got it.
One of them have worked. So 2/3 of mine did not work.
My second one has worked, and we're strong, and I'm very blessed.
Honestly, had I not been through that, I mean, had I not been through what I had gone through with Dave, I don't know. He and I
wouldn't be ready. You wouldn't be ready for it.
No, I wouldn't have been ready.
Yeah,
and I knew what I wanted. I knew what I needed. And he gave me what I needed. I do believe that he and I were meant to be together, but there could have been another Dave out there that I was meant to be with that I didn't meet. You know what I mean? So I met him at the right time. And in that respect, I believe there is a little bit of fate, but I know that he and I have definitely worked at our love and our relationship.
You have to work at it, because I'm telling you, like, my whole point is, like, if like, oh, you're my soulmate, and like you're dating and you say you're my soulmate, it's just gonna be different. The timing is gonna be different. It's not gonna be because it's the right time to do things.
You actually have to fucking.
You're gonna slack. It's like, well, we're soulmates. We're not gonna fucking break up. Of course we are. If you don't work at it,
right? You have to fucking work at it.
You have to. Nothing's gonna be given for free, and we have to go through ups and downs. We have to go. I always call them mountains. I always call them rocks, where you're climbing up a mountain. You have to go over a rock just to get to the next step level. I've been married for almost 20 years now. And has it been easy? No, absolutely not. Was I married before? Absolutely. And I have a child from my previous marriage. Was it hard in the beginning? Absolutely. 100%. Yes, it was fucking hard because there's boundaries. You don't know what to cross, what to do, but you work on it. And you keep going at it, and you keep going forward.
And sometimes it doesn't work. And sometimes it doesn't work.
And it's okay if it doesn't work, but at least you gave it your try. At least you can say, you know what? I tried, and I did my best.
Sometimes they don't even try. It's like
we got some.
Like, that was my point. Like, sometimes they don't even try because there's a label on it. It's like, oh, you're my soulmate. I'm not gonna try. It's obviously meant to be. It's divination. We're gonna be together. No,
right?
You're gonna get a divorce.
You can find somebody that is your person and then fuck it up. You can absolutely
1,000%.
Chris said, I was lucky enough to find my person 33 years ago, but neither one of us was naive enough to think that there was no one else out there. We just did the work and got lucky. So yes, I agree.
Yeah,
also,
that's what I believe, Chris. Like, I don't
said there's no such thing as a free lunch. Yes,
absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to fucking put in the work.
You can't expect anything to be handed on a silver plate for you to keep moving forward. There's nothing that easy. It's the same thing with anything in life. You got to work. You got to work on it. Even
some
inheritance.
Some people win the genetic lottery and they're born in a castle and they live in a castle.
Yeah, but
it doesn't mean they're happy.
Yeah,
I didn't talk about that. Y'all said, hold up.
we're talking about love, and honestly. The one you love is the one you love. If you are born in a castle, that doesn't mean you're going to find true love. It just means you were fucking
you're in a better spot.
With a lot of money.
You're in a better spot to find.
That means you can buy somebody. That's not love.
I'm not saying buy. I'm saying like
love.
You can go out on dates. You can do things. Like, what if a homeless person has a soulmate and they can't do anything?
Lunches at a strip club, really?
You know what? People find their people. And they find people that work. And even if you are homeless, you might find another fucking homeless person that makes you happy. So it happens. It absolutely fucking happens.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry.
No. I'm just saying it doesn't make it easier to have money. I mean,
no. Let me take some. Let me get some money. So I'll do the judge of that.
Money makes it easier to be lonely.
I'll never be lonely behind money. Promise you
that. You might not be lonely in the sexual respect, but you might be lonely in the heart respect.
Maybe I don't have a heart. Maybe it's just really little, and I run on sex.
So
look, everybody has their cup of tea on what they are happy with, whether you have money, you don't have money, whether you're in between. there's always a cup of tea for everybody.
Yeah,
right.
the guy who likes
I
to
gotta
get
say, some of my happiest times were when I was fucking broke and living in a car. I'm not gonna lie. They were fun, and there wasn't any responsibilities and whatever. However, I'm happier now, but you know what
I live in
mean?
a house and everything, so that's cool.
No, that's not it. I found
somebody who
my
makes you happy
person.
and makes you laugh and is there for you when you're down, is there for you to bring you up, and is there for you.
Right.
That's what love is.
Exactly. You find somebody that lifts you up, that doesn't cut you down, that doesn't that wants you to succeed, and even more than their own success. That's what it is. That's what it's about. It's not I don't know. It's amazing to find it, and again, there's probably more people out there that could have done that for me, but I found a person that is perfect for me. So
I'd like to see that soulmate who's like, Fortune 500 CEO and like, Burger King.
You know what?
Does that work?
You know what? I'm going to tell you what. It happens because my husband was my boss. And it happens. It happens. He was my boss, and and here we are 19 years later going on 20. And we have
But we need more information on that. We need more information on how that exactly happened. You just like, oh, boss, here we are. No, somebody made a move. Somebody fucking talked to you.
There's a lot of moves that had to go there, but you know what? We've been together for 20 years in October, and he's he's I honestly think he's my rock. He's been there through my tough times that I had to go through with my divorce to we've had beautiful children together. I really truly believe you find that right person when it's time for you.
I agree.
No.
Sorry,
no.
Why not?
You know what? Just throw the book.
It's
I'm
set in
done.
stone. Like I don't believe anybody writes a book and it's like on July 18th you're gonna be dead.
Nothing is written. But had I not been ready to meet Dave, we would have not met. We would have met, but we would have not made
I would have squandered Allie. Not ready for her.
You would have squandered Allie, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
So when I met Dave, and I didn't think I was even looking for somebody. And then he comes along and I'm like, who's this fucker in a fucking country bar in a Jacksonville Jaguar pullover? And then my friend told me he likes Star Wars. I was like, what? And there were some times where we had, our first fucking year, we fought like fucking cats and dogs. However, in our relationship, he's always been like, here you are. I want to build you up. I want you to be the best person you are. That's not everybody. You know what I mean? You're not going to find that with everybody. But when you find that person who goes, I need to build you up. I need to, that's where you stay. So
love is when you're the most vulnerable.
Yes.
And someone protects you from getting hurt.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay? Like they watch you flailing in the wind and they see you about to get hurt and they protect you.
And they're like,
that's love.
I'm there.
Yes. But I also believe that
there's not only one person to do that. They are put in your path
for you to learn.
Who puts them there?
I for me, because I do believe in God and stuff. Fate. I do believe that
fate's different than
people
religion.
Are put in my path for me to either to learn from that person, to learn a lot of things, and when it's that right time, it just kind of all folds together. I honestly believe, because of the shit I've gone through, especially with friendships, with everything. I honestly think that faith puts things for you to learn. Sometimes we have to learn things and it might repeat itself because we don't learn our lesson.
History
never
always
his fault.
repeats itself.
Never his fault, right? Is everything perfect and you're the one that fucks it up?
No, I honestly believe that there's times where I go through some bullshit and I'm like, fuck, I should have done it this way, and it repeats itself, and I'm like, I already learned from the past time. Why didn't I do that this next following time? Why? Because I was blindfolded, and it's gonna happen again until I learn my fucking lesson not to do that shit again.
So what I have to say about this fucking shit.
Wow.
Is
We're
these
dropping them tonight.
motherfuckers.
We're dropping them tonight. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, these motherfuckers are stupid, and
Okay.
they're trying to regender people who don't want to be regendered, and I think they're fucking pieces of shit. That's how I feel
Agreed.
about the fucking
Agreed.
twin flames.
Fuck you, twin flames.
Yes.
I mean, some other thoughts, maybe. I mean, it's a nice, warm, fuzzy thought to think I have a twin flame and there's somebody out there. There's only one person out. It's a warm fuzzy, like, the warm fuzzies.
Yeah. Girl shit.
It's not real. It's not real.
No,
it's not.
But at the same time,
especially
everybody
if you have
have
to
their
pay
own
money.
beliefs.
But I understand why
Everything.
people flock
makes
to
money.
them. I understand why people flock to them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
If
do.
you have to pay money to tell you,
Nobody thinks
you
that.
know what?
You have to pay money for eHarmony or
You have to pay, or the
whatever.
church, or your pastor,
Yeah.
or everybody gets money. Pastors have BMWs. What are you talking about?
Okay,
they have fucking private planes, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, I got private. God told me I need a G6 and not a G5 so I can spread the word better. Fuck you.
Right.
That's
Again,
fuck you. That's fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't. The overall, thought of the twin flame. Oh my gosh, what a romantic thought, right? That one person is meant to be with another person because their souls were born together. Ugh, as a romantic, it's a great thought, but it's a fucking crock of shit, is what I think. So
red flags are real, though, babe. It's not a carnival. Yep, absolutely right. Tell us about red flags. Oh wait,
one shot to close out the show.
Cheers to close out the show, and before we
Cheers.
go, cheers everyone,
Look,
and thank
be
you for
toxic.
everybody for joining. Talks.
Wow. Oh, that's vodka. Okay.
I agree, Chris.
Big
People
Chris,
will go to great lengths to not feel lonely. I agree.
The fact that
a lot of people,
the fact that you have to that you
Roast.
are something like this, right? The fact that something like this to tell you to destroy another happy marriage, or maybe they're going through a difficult time right now. We don't know.
that's the time to
The
strike.
fact that you
when it's a
preach
difficult
that
time.
shit, fuck you. Is what I have to say. I'm sorry, but you know what? We all go through bullshit. We've all been married. We've all gone through our ups and downs.
We've all been through times in our lives where we feel like we need something like this, and it might have drawn us in, though. I mean, I'm not saying that I would have been, but I'm just saying that I don't fault the people who are, because everybody wants to belong.
Yeah, and sometimes you become 40 and there's nothing happening, and you're like,
Right.
Yeah.
And you have to do something. So I get it. I do. It's not the thing I would do, but I totally get it, and I support anybody who wants to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Religious, anything, do it. We're in America.
And love you, Tiff. And
love you.
I'm so jelly that you're still in Bali. So
I'm so jelly that her hair looks like that.
I know, she's so pretty. She's so fucking pretty.
She's so freaking gorgeous. And you know what, Tiff? I'm still jealous. So screw you.
All right.
She's in my favorite place in Bali in Indonesia, and love it.
I haven't been there since I was 12.
So love you, Tiff, but screw you, Tiff. No, I'm just kidding. I know, Sam, before we end the show, you actually have a wonderful show with your amazing husband on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Let us know what that is.
We do How Was Your Day? It is the Married Couple podcast on YouTube with underscores in between. Our show is a very lighthearted show. It's a variety show. We do news stories, lighthearted, not as in-depth as this. I did a story about a guy with stinky feet who shot his dad in his face on Wednesday, and it was fucking great. I can't wait for Dave to see Monday's show about the Pop-Tart guy, because you had played that you had sent in that song AC, and Dave yes, so and Dave was like, "What is that all about?" I'm like, "You'll have to wait until Monday," because I wasn't going to give away. But no, it's a really fun show. Some weeks we do Who's Coming With Me. We're going to do some shows with some retro reels about, how life was like back in the 30s, 40s, 60s. I missed 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and maybe even 90s. And no, some things that I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. People need to see this. But no, it's a really fun show, and it's on Wednesday nights every Central Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. and Eastern, 9 p.m. And in every other place in the world, you'll have to figure that out. So it's a really fun show.
And please hit the like, subscribe, and notification button. We would greatly appreciate it. We are trying to hit 500. We are so close to there.
We want to party.
Yeah, exactly. And also, if you got a story to share, maybe a cocktail or maybe a headlight. There we go with the headlights.
Every Monday we do a headlight show.
Yeah. So I went ahead and we did change our show on our Monday nights. Instead of headlights, we headlines.
Now you said it right.
What the fuck?
You are jumbled.
Yes, I'm all over the place right now because this story has got me like,
It's a fucked up story.
It's a fucked up story. So on Monday nights we do a 1 hour kind of shorter show where we do headline. Wow, you got me going headlines. I'm thinking about two headlights right here, right? So, and then on Friday nights, which is now, we do our 2 hour live stream, and that's where you can interact with us. But we do a 1 hour show, and we'll be on the chat there because it's a live premiere. So we get to interact with you guys if you want to talk, and send us any, like Rose was saying, send us anything that you guys want to talk about. Is it a weird story? Is it what kind of cults can we talk about? We like to expose these people, laugh at them, and make sure everybody kind of knows about it and spread the word, because we need to. People need to know about this stuff.
They
do. And you got something to share with us? Please go ahead and DM us, and we'd be more than happy to share it.
I'll take anything.
Absolutely.
Send it.
Even if you're not my twin flame.
No, I'll make you my twin flame.
I don't want you to be.
We'll add a third flame.
Love you all, but please don't be my twin flame.
But not a baby that can't have sex ever.
I'm coming to break your family up.
Not that I want babies to have sex. I'm just saying, not a child coming out of this world that can have sex when they get old enough is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Ah, motherfuck.
Rough. You did that good though. That was good recovery.
Right.
It was a horrible recovery.
The dismount was good.
Love y'all. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you on Monday night.
Yeah.
Peace, everyone.
Subscribe.
A wonderful weekend. Yes, please subscribe.
What the what did you do there?